that's one of the things that has made Nas so great over his career. I be slaying him fast, doing
You know it's like that. I got in him now. You never get them like that.
that and the third, but chill past the entree and let's lay a back up at John Jay and hit a matinee.
And in the darkness, I'm heartless like when an arm took word to Marcus Garvey, hardly sparked it. Cause when I passed the herb, that's my word.
One of the reasons that I picked Halftime though is because
I used to hustle. So the real rap and halftime.
there's some rhyme schemes on there that most rappers to this day probably can't do. And
You know it's like that. I got in him now. You never get them like that. When I attack, there ain't an army that can strike back. So I react never calmly on a hype track. And yo, I set it off for my own rhyme. Cause I'm as ill as a convict who kills in photo time. I max like a sex, I flex like sex in ya. Stereo sets, now I catch you. I used to hustle. So the real rap and halftime. That's just the halftime. That's just the I got it going on, even flip a morning song. Every afternoon I kick half the tune. And in the darkness I'm heartless like when an arm took word to Marcus Garvey, hardly sparked it. Cause when I passed the herb,
but chill past the entree and let's lay a back up at John Jay and hit a matinee. He was rhyming entire that I picked Halftime though is because there's some rhyme schemes on there that most rappers to this day probably can't do. And that's one of the things that has made Nas so great over his career. I be slaying him fast, doing
Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. I really like this, I really like winning, making a killing.
You know, respect is not just given. You gotta earn it, you know? You see why Eminem is respected in the industry? Why he's so respected, even though he's like not black? You know, not like his race matters at all. I'm a big fan. I'm a black guy. It's like his race does not really matter. You see why he's really respected in the world of hip hop? While Jim Jones is trying to, you know, boost himself by comparing himself to Nas, instead of giving respect where respect is due, he thinks they are peers and they're on the same level. You have Eminem, who is like one of the greats. When I mean one of the greats, like he is top 5 in a lot of people's list. So for you to be top 5 in so many lists, that means you are really good at what you do. So for him to be giving Nas his accolades and talking about what makes Nas great, you see why he gets all the compliments that he gets and all the, you know, like, this is why he's so respected in the world of hip-hop. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why most rappers, when they, you know, gets to a point where they actually have a fan base and they actually have people checking out for them, instead of respecting those that came before them, now they want to, when I mean shit on them, that is what they say in the world of hip-hop. They want to shit on them. Basically, they want to make you seem insignificant. Like, yeah, you were once popping, you were popping back in the days, but it's not about you anymore. And I came and my stardom surpassed yours. I'm shining brighter than you now, so you are irrelevant. It happens a lot in the world of hip-hop, especially, you know, amongst fellow rappers. You know, a lot of times the fans always give credits to the artists that came before the new artists, right? But the artists themselves, they're doing themselves, especially in hip-hop, they're doing themselves so much misservice in the sense of, if you don't respect the person who came before you, like the lifespan of a lot of careers is not more than 5 years. And if you last more than 5 years, that is because you're really good and people are really checking out for you. Or maybe 10, you know? So think about it this way, right? If the lifespan of a lot of artists is so short, right? Just because you're popping today, you're new today, you're going to be old tomorrow. So if the practice is to always disrespect those that came before you, or try to shit on those that came before you, or try to make those that came before you seem insignificant, that is going to apply to you as well. You are going to be made insignificant by somebody else who's going to come after you, like your predecessor. Is that what you say? So basically, the reason why a lot of artists or a lot of rappers, you know, cannot really keep rapping, just like rock stars, they make music till they die. It doesn't matter how old they are. The reason why a lot of rappers find it so hard for them to do what they do, even though they're good at it at old age, they become even better, is because of disrespectful artists like, you know, when a new artist try to disrespect an older artist and stuff, giving credits to where credits is due, like this person inspired you. Now that you are able to get your music out there thanks to the inspiration from this person who you've been listening to all your life. No, they would not do that. If anything, they want to compete with that person, act like they're better than that person, act like that person is insignificant. This is why a lot of hip hop artists have such short careers. They definitely need to change this, because if they don't change this, it's gonna continue happening. Why rock stars and pop stars could have a career for 50 years, why their fan base are growing and maturing with them, and that's how it's supposed to be with hip hop. But the reason why the lifespan of so many hip hop artists is so short is because of the artists themselves. They need to learn from Eminem. So short. It's because of the artists themselves. They need to learn from Eminem. Eminem is giving credits to Nas. That is awesome to see. Anyhow, let me know what you think about this video. Like it, share it if you want. Respect. Thanks for watching.
Speechless, not from the vowel. Ringside saved by the bell, not studied it fell. Close of the force and rebel. Times is late to appear. How we may appear. Like for the stand results fair. That's what they do with the sauce here. I really like this. I really like winning. Making a killing. Gotta be kidding. Bling the